Hi guys. Yesterday I helped my friend clean her room. She's expecting a baby and she has the smallest bedroom on the planet, so she doesn't have a lot of room for baby stuff. She was getting rid of a whole bunch of books and we went through her book collection. Turns out she had a few of them that were mine. So this is my big box of books book haul. Like, I have a box. It's a giant box filled with books. Oh, and a stuffed animal. I love Mickey and Minnie, hence the, I am wearing a Mickey and Minnie shirt. See, Minnie. But we also went through my friend's stuffed animals, and she gave me a little Minnie Mouse, and she has a matching one. So most of these books are adult books. This one was mine. Bones of Fairy is a book about like a war between humans and fairies, and this girl named Lisa, or Liza, however you want to say it, her sister is born with fairy features, and so she has to take her sister into the fairy forest, somehow like save her. So this is also a fairy book. It's Wings. It's about a girl who wakes up one morning and a flower is growing out of her back. She gets mixed up in this thing between her family and the fairies, her human family and the fairies. This one I maintain is my book, and I'm pretty sure it is because it's even got this little section here which is bent and folded. I mean, it's even got this ripped thing on the back. It has to be mine. There's no question. Anyway, this is the third one in the series. The Maximum Red series is about kids who have wings. They were genetically experimented on and their DNA is spliced with birds, and they become like outlaws, and they're hunted by these wolf-human hybrid things. So this book by Anne Rice is part of the New World for Vampires, New Tales of the Vampires series. I think it's the second book in this series. Vittorio is a vampire, and he's fueled by revenge for years and years and years and years. So his family is massacred by demons, and he like vows vengeance against them, and he like chases them around the world, and he finds this beautiful woman named Ursula and like, you know, falls in love with her because she's attractive. His love for Ursula and his need for revenge battle with each other. So this Frankenstein book was the book that she read in 11th, 12th grade years ago, and she never returned it to the library. But we had to read this in school, and I love Frankenstein. It's a really good book. But the thing about this edition is it has, like, there's the actual story, context from the writers, and, from Mary Shelley and Percy Shelley, commentary and responses and criticism. So it's like an in-depth analysis of this book inside the book. So these two books are part of the Harry Bosch, I don't know what the actual name of the series is, but the detective's name is Harry Bosch. So this one is about two murders. Harry gets taken off the case, but he wants to continue to find the killer because the cases aren't closed, and they're supposed to be connected to each other, but no one's doing anything about it. So he decides to wing it. This one is about a murderer, and their suspect is killed by Harry Bosch. Everyone thinks that it's going to be okay. The town is saved until he gets sued, and the police department gets sued for killing the wrong man, and he was innocent. So they have to go and find the right man and essentially start the case all over again. So Inherit the Wind, I've never heard of this book before. It's about a trial, and I don't know what trial. I don't know what the trial is even about. I don't know if it's a significant part of history. All it says is that the freedom of every American was at stake. I have no idea what it's about. So if anyone has an idea and says it's good, please let me know. The Enemy Has a Face is about a boy who goes missing and he never comes home, and his sister knows something is wrong and she can feel it, but she can't do anything about it, and she feels really panicky. It's apparently about Middle Eastern relationships. It sounds interesting, but I don't know a lot about it. Nightmare Academy, again, I don't know much about it. The summary was not very helpful. This boy doesn't talk anymore, and he doesn't do anything. He just sits there and says Nightmare Academy over and over and over again. So obviously there's some sort of trauma there, but they don't explain any of that in the summary. But it's kind of a giant book, so I'm kind of scared of it. A Soul to Take is about a serial killer who abducts and abuses and murders their victims. And this woman named Rita Tribble is the investigator on the job, and she feels like the murderer is mocking her, kind of just laughing in her face because she has no idea what's going on. She's stuck trying to figure out what's going on in his mind before he kills another victim. Heartbeat, poems written from a 12-year-old girl's point of view. Her world is changing, things are happening, and she's not prepared for it. So it's just poems about her dealing with it. The Innocent Man is about a man, he gets a bad arm and he can't play baseball anymore, so it kind of goes back to live with his mom and just drink. This woman gets murdered nearby, and for no apparent reason, everyone just kind of assumes that it's him, and he gets arrested. You know, there's like this huge trial, and supposedly this book is a demonstration of how innocent until proven guilty does not always work. The Year of Fog is about like a 6-year-old girl who vanishes. She just disappears, and they don't know if she's alive, if she ran away, if someone kidnapped her. It's just a family struggle through the process of a missing daughter. Airman is about a young boy who discovers a plot to kill the king, marked a traitor, and sent to a prison, and the only way to get out is to fly, which he can't do himself, so he has to build a machine to help him fly out of there. From the Borderlands is just a creepy book with a bunch of creepy stories in it. There's probably a good 20-25 short stories in this book. Velocity is about, I think, a teacher who gets a note on his windshield that says, if you don't take this note to the police, I'm going to kill a woman, and if you do take it to the police, I'm going to kill an elderly woman who is active in charity. Billy doesn't do anything about it because he thinks it's a joke, and then a young woman dies. He receives another note along the same lines, and he has to take matters into his own hands to keep people from dying. So the Boleyn inheritance is about 3 women. Anne has an inheritance of accusations and false witness. Catherine has the threat of the axe because she is participating in illegal activities, I suppose. Jane sent her husband and sister-in-law to their deaths and has inherited a fortune and a title, but she sold her soul for it. So Coco was a little confusing for me. It's about, I think, 4 Vietnam vets who are connected through some experience or another. It says something inhuman is coming to kill and kill and kill and kill, but it doesn't say inhuman in what way, so it could be a human who's just not acting like a human, or it could be a zombie, but I have to read it now. Flesh and Blood is about a doctor who has a patient who comes to him. Her parents are worried about her. She has a troubled past and she's having difficulty dealing with it. She refuses treatment and he can't do anything about it, and she ends up dead. He risks his relationship with another woman to find this young girl's killer. The Demonologist, I've heard a lot about this book, but not enough to really know what it's about. The main character, Bev, gets possessed, I believe. He starts having dark visions. The worst ones are real. He doesn't know how to stop them, but he hopes that the Demonologist can, whoever that is. Number the Stars is a children's book about 2 young girls in World War II, and one of the characters has to save her friend's life somehow. So The Righteous Men is about a series of deaths that are all connected via an old prophecy about the death of everything and everyone, and only this one reporter can prevent it using religious and historical stories and artifacts. He must save mankind. Blind Instinct is pretty much just a story about a killer who is going through serial murders related to rituals and religion, and the FBI has been brought in to find him. Killer Dreams is about a woman and her son who have horrible night terrors. They don't know why, they don't know what's going on, but it's disrupting their sleep, and she's a sleep specialist, so she knows that if they don't get sleep, if they don't rest, you know, they could die just via accidents. They won't be paying attention and they'll cross the road in front of traffic. So she struggles and she feels like she has no help. She has one person that she can rely on, and she's not even sure she can rely on him because he's kind of a wild card. So those are all of the books that I got from her. Now I just have to find a place to put them all and fit them on my bookshelves. Thank goodness I just bought new bookshelves. March is the month for classics, so I have my classic books lined up. They're on Goodreads under my bookshelf March. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in any more reviews, please comment about any specific book you'd like me to read, or subscribe. A Soul to Take is about, fudge sticks. Oh, right on the bone, right on the bone. Oh man, that hurt bad. Who knew?